What up? How's it going, everybody? Thanks for joining. We're on episode 53. Made it a whole year. On every Sunday, that's more, what do you call it? It's like going to church every week.
It is. Being very faithful to the live streams, aren't we?
Yes. We're faithful to the Lego hustle.
What's up?
Oh, not much. As always, we are sponsored by BrickFreedom.com for all your Lego, Bricklink, and Brick Owl sinking needs. If you're not in the queue, get in the queue. It's going to be a little bit, so you might as well get in early. Also, I don't remember if this is the third or fourth week about Comcore's store. He's selling out. So go check out his store. The link is in the description. And he should have a pretty good sale going on by now, I would think. You want to get rid of everything, so.
How much he sold off, do you know?
I have no idea. He's in Ohio, I think. So if you're in Ohio, you could just go on over there and pick it up.
Yeah, right.
So, yep. Well, let's hope the participation in this live stream is better than last week's, because I mean last week's was about as bad as the Super Bowl. So, and I'm glad I didn't waste a single second of my life on that piece of crap game. And all the nonsense they had there. So,
yeah, I heard it was a whole bunch of drama.
Oh yeah. Yep. So, if you didn't watch Bricknanigans, I was on there with Kyle and Steve from Great Brick Lab. I put out some very helpful info right in the beginning about how to add remarks in Brick Store, because some people put out a video and they didn't know how to do it and it took them forever, so I gave a shortcut. So go check out that video if you want to figure out how to do that if you're not sure how. So. Alexa, shut off.
Your silent timer is done.
Not very silent if you're talking.
Yeah, right.
Your silent timer is done.
Alexa, shut up.
Shut up, Beavis.
Your silent timer is done.
Stop. Alexa, stop.
That's like, don't tell me what to do.
I swear, like, somebody has hacked into her, because the other day, just randomly, she's like, your morning routine is ready. And I was like, what?
Morning routine.
And she's like, say play. So I said play, and she's like, for breakfast, you will have ice cream. For lunch, you're going to have something else, some weird thing. And then she's like, the weather outside is blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? How did this even happen? Then she just randomly says, your reading timer has started for 30 minutes. Like, I don't want to read.
Skynet's taking over, dude. I'm telling you. Skynet.
I'm trying to get her to work with Siri, and they just don't get along. So it's like having two wives. It just doesn't work.
Been there, done that.
All right, let's see who we got in the chat tonight. David West is here. Welcome. Jared, 8-Bits here. 50 Caliber Bricks here. Brick Bins is here. Brick Outside the Box is here. Brixico. Chicks with Boots. These are overrated. 50 Caliber Brick. Brian's here. Steve's here. Comcore's here. Go check out his store. Evelyn's here. She must be behind you somewhere.
Nah, I think she's in the bedroom.
Doug's here, so he can win all the prizes again.
He just comes for the prizes.
Yep. Blue Mountain Bricks is here. Brick Quest is here. Brickenberg's here. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. We got 27 people in the chat or watching. Typical 10 in the chat, or 15. Everybody else must have so many orders they can't stop packing to say hello.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So how have your sales been this week?
This week was horrible, really. It was really slow. I figure it was because of the holiday and stuff, but I don't know. I heard a lot of people talking there were problems with Bricklink, and then there was some other stuff going on, and I don't know. It just dropped off for a little while, but I would say the last Yesterday and today, it started to pick up again a little bit. Nowhere near as good as it was, obviously, but
Yep.
yeah, it's. I would say we're probably 60% of what it should be right now, which kind of
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Howard's here. Welcome. Hope your new job's going well, Howard. Yeah, mine have like dropped off. I went from like the beginning of the week was 5 a day to like 1 or 2 now.
Really?
And like it's like, oh, here's $1 in bricks that we want to buy.
Yeah, right.
Buy more than
Well,
$1.
I've got plenty of 30-cent orders. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm like, really? Like, even people go like paying for overseas shipping, and it's like $1. I'm like,
Yeah.
just throw some more parts in there. Like, I don't know why you're doing this to yourself.
Buy some more stuff. You don't want to pay that shipping just for one part. It's silly.
Yeah, I think I got 4 orders today. They're all pretty small, but
Oh, yeah.
6 with
We
brick.
got a couple that were like 20 and $30 here and there, but there's lots of like $5 orders and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I mean, anything's better than nothing. I can't complain too much.
Yep. Chicks with Bricks, do you have a YouTube channel? I don't remember if you do or not. Anyways, what we're going to cover tonight, if you didn't see my thumbnail, because apparently I had the video unlisted until like 15 minutes before I started, thanks to 50 caliber brick told me it was unlisted, so it wasn't showing up. But if you see my nice thumbnail I made,
yeah, what's up with that?
hope you all enjoyed it. It's my mom.
Is that your wife?
It's my mom. It's Valentine's Day. I put her on there.
I was gonna say it's your wife's girlfriend, probably.
Oh, okay. No, I've been doing some research on what people click on YouTube, and I have found certain things cause people to click on videos no matter what they are. So we'll see if it works.
Are you trying to say chicks with titties it's like top of the list or something?
Yeah.
And something about pounding somebody in the ass?
I don't know. That was USPS because they're raising prices.
Yeah, I saw that. Does that mean they're sticking it to us again?
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that a little later. So we're going to go over retro breading bricks because I've been going through a lot of used Lego lately. And then we're going to go over tax tips because I got my taxes done. I'm getting a bunch of money back, so that's good. Then we're going to talk about the USPS increase again. You know, they're just trying to stick it to us, put us all out of business or something. And then after that, we'll give away some prizes. Anyone participates, maybe. So we will see. Lego Scary Stories is here. Welcome.
Scary Stories? That's an interesting one.
So Howard's adding 6,000 parts, or 60,000 because he bought Dean's store. So he's consolidating Dean's store into his store. So he will have a mega store. Steve says he got nearly 3 times more orders on BrickOwl than BrickLink.
Yeah, there was something wrong with BrickLink, I think. I think there's something wrong with their server.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Here, let me pull on my Brick Freedom, show you guys where I'm at for this month. Let's see how it's comparing between the two. Now, this is not good at all because, like, this month has sucked so far. First 5 days were awesome. Next couple days, they just suck.
Yeah.
So, and there's less days in the month, so that's never good. But whatevs. Hey, welcome, Max Brick Shop. All right, so let me go to the overview here for the month. Overview. So I'm sure you all probably made way more money than me this month so far. But we'll just check it out. So I'm at 6,600 lots. So I've increased by like 800 lots in the last week, I think. So that's good. I'm only at 231,000 items because I sold a bunch. But for February, I'm at 52 sales. Really? I'm at 52? Okay, I guess that's decent. Total items sold, 4,000. Average sales, $26. That's pretty decent. Sales per day is 3.7. That could be a little higher, I guess. But total sales income for this month, $1,300. So that means probably by the end of the month, since we're in the middle, we'll be at like 2,700 is my estimation. Shipping is always a killer, $259. That's going to go up for sure. Highest valued item sold was $47. I think I sold a set. Yeah, I think I sold a set. I don't remember. It's almost $47.
I gotta look mine up. I don't even know what we're at.
The largest quantity was 253. Bricklink orders 27, Brick Owl's 25, so almost even there. But then if you look at the dollar amount, Bricklink is $970 and Brick Owl is just under 400. So the Brick Owl orders have been super small. As for condition of parts, only 65 used parts I sold because I'm still putting a bunch of used parts in the store. This week, I'm probably gonna almost double the amount of used parts I have right now, just after tomorrow. Yeah, I sold 3 sets apparently. I think most of them were poly bags, but one must have been bigger. 11 minifigures, 4,000 parts this month.
Do you have any of your bigger sets in inventory, or did you part them all out?
No, I got like 5 of them all in inventory.
Oh, okay.
They're for sale. So this is a big change for this month. Tan is the top selling color. Usually it's always black, but tan has beat them out. Because somebody bought a whole bunch of tan. That's why.
Yeah, I got wiped out of tan too.
Yeah, I think it was I have them on Instagram. I can't think of the name right now, but they're building the Walmart. They needed tan. That's what it was.
Oh.
So if you look at the bottom graph here, it's looking much better. So the blue is the lots. So you can see my lots have shot up all of a sudden. But my parts have not really increased that much. So I'm definitely adding used to increase my lots. That's why that's going up. But eventually I'll get to the new parts here. That's just how my store is doing. So you can kind of compare yours to mine and see how it's going. So.
Yeah, mine's been so pathetic I haven't even looked at it. I don't want to look at it. The sales have been like so crappy. It's like it's not even worth pulling it up and looking. It's terrible.
Let's see here. Jared says I'm in my 3rd month on Bricklink only, and sales continue to increase. 40 orders total so far. eBay continues to be bankers or bonkers. That's good. Doug says, was there actually a point to our parts and lots were the same there? Actually, point. Oh, your parts and lots were the same. Yeah, so the graph has both sides. So at one point it was like they crossed, but that was right when the parts started dropping and the lots increased. It's like putting 2 graphs on top of each other. So, yeah. Other than that, I suppose we can get into it. So retro brighting. I actually tried a little bit today because I had some white bricks that were just faded and kind of looked like crap. And 2 of these are really worn. The other 3, I want to say they actually got a little lighter, but I didn't really spend much time with them today. Yeah, these 2, we'll just throw those away. They're too worn. Yeah, looks a lot better now. This light sucks. And then I got a light bluish gray up there that had a little fade on it. But so what I did, I just took some 3% isopropyl alcohol, which I know a lot of people use like 30% or higher. I do have 100%, but I didn't want to use that. It's a little spendy. And I just put it in a jar, threw them in there, set it by the window, rotated it once in a while. You did retro brighting before with Lego bricks, haven't you, James?
No, I haven't tried that yet. We did the peroxide thing, and that worked pretty good. We've actually taken some of the ink off of certain parts before on purpose. You use like 90%, 100% alcohol or isopropyl alcohol, and most of the ink will come right off, but I haven't tried that stuff.
Hold on. So you haven't like set it in there and put it out in the sun or anything? You just use it kind of to clean the bricks?
Yeah, we did both. If you use a little bit of peroxide, vinegar, water, and put it out in the sun, the peroxide will eat off the oxidation that has built up on like white and grays and blues and stuff pretty well. But,
yeah, I was seeing like other people, because obviously where I'm at right now, it's -8 degrees.
Yeah, it's a little cold to be messing with that.
Yeah, I know Great Brick Lab posted a picture on his Facebook that he put some outside and it all froze. And he's like,
we'll
add extra texture to it. So I can't really like put them outside because it will freeze within a few minutes. But I've been watching people restore like old Nintendo Game Boys or old Sega Dreamcasts and computers and stuff, and they do that. And I found that the best ones they do is where they just use a clear like Sterilite container, and then they get some UV black LEDs and wrap around it on the sides and the top, and then wrap it in tin foil so it all reflects it all.
Right. You need for some reason you need the ultraviolet light and the peroxide and stuff, and it really kind of bleaches it back out.
Yeah, it works really good.
Yeah.
So I've seen that, but I was like, why doesn't somebody just use a fish tank, like a glass fish tank? You could wrap it in tin foil like easily, and then if you just get the UV light on top, it comes with a fish tank, but you get the UV black light. Like I would think that would work perfect.
Well, black light, yeah. I mean, I guess it would. I would think most people that have a fish tank have fish in it. The peroxide's not going to do so great with the fish.
I got fish tanks just laying around.
I just got fish tanks everywhere, dude.
Like rather than making some chintzy Sterilite container one that you take apart every time, like set up a fish tank, drop them in there, let it sit for a couple days, take them out, it's ready to go next time. You don't have to empty it out every time. I would think that would work, unless there's some reason that you couldn't use that. But
I don't know. I tell you what, though, I've been messing with this sorting by part and not color.
Yeah.
You guys all suck because this is horrible. Whoever sorts this way, this is like torture. This is the worst sorting method I think I could possibly ever come up with. It's like this constant random pile of crap that you have to look at every single part and pay attention to what it is. It's too much brain work.
Well, you got to look at the same pile if you're sorting by color.
Yeah, but color is very easy to pick out. When you're looking at every single part trying to figure out which part it is, that's a lot more brain power, let me tell you. That's
why you just do the 20 category sort, and you only got to think about 20 categories.
I've got that. Look. That's exactly what I got. Look, I got bricks, modified bricks, plates, modified plates, wedges, panels, all tiles.
Yep.
These are wedge bricks. Then I've got all Technic. I've got curved slopes and curved slopes put together. Figure stuff, figure parts, Bionicles and Heroes. This is just miscellaneous, like all the little bars and plants and crap. And then this over here is like vehicle parts. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I got 14 cups. And it's broke down to where it's manageable. But damn, dude, trying to look at every single part to paying attention. I don't think it's looking at every part. I think it's a matter of having to mentally pay attention to what every single part is as you're picking it up is way too much work.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to sort some 1x1 plate today. Boy, did that suck.
I bet. I tried this as an experiment. We decided we're just now starting to sort the 1,500 pounds that we've got, and right now we've probably got about 300 pounds of it washed and sorted by color. Now everything that was sorted by color has been washed and is over in boxes and bags waiting to be sorted further.
Yep.
So we're kind of like to the point of color sorting again. We're caught up, so we were going to start color sorting again. And we sat down and kind of had a discussion the other day and said, all right, everybody else pretty much on Bricklink and YouTube is doing it this way.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, let's try it. We'll try it once. If it works, if it's better, cool. If it's worse, you guys are all insane. This is the worst way to sort. I'm telling you, every one of you needs to go and try it the other way. You will thank yourself. This is horrible.
Well,
Because you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention the entire time to exactly what part everything is, so you know what cup it goes in. If I need purple, I can just look at purple and grab every single purple one I can see, and there. I don't care what the part is. It's just purple. But now, if I want to put it in the right cup, I have to, okay, that's a modified brick. Okay, that's a modified brick. That's a slope. This is stupid. I'm telling you.
What if you just look at like, oh, here's a tire, and then grab like 5 more tires, and then you're like, oh, here's a plant piece, grab 5 more plant pieces.
Yeah, but
rather than like taking each individual part, you just grab a couple out of the pile in front of you, and then make your way through the next area of the pile.
Because then you're spending time looking for parts. You're actually digging through your pile to find parts.
I suppose, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you guys do what you want.
When you get a color sorter machine done, we can all just try it.
Oh yeah, that's definitely going to be the way to go.
Initial sort, because it'll be done for us.
Exactly. But it's going to be by color because this is way too complex. I'm telling you.
It's much easier for an AI to sort by color than by part type.
I think.
If you can knock one step out of the process, it's going to greatly reduce the time it takes.
I decided I was going to give it a try, and I'm going to go through an entire 35-pound tote doing it this way. I expect this is going to be a complete waste of time because, well, it's not a waste of time. It's just we're sorting backwards. We're doing the final sort first right now is what we're doing. And we'll have to sort all the cups out into colors later, which, you know, that of course will go faster. But I'm telling you, this is definitely harder. If you start with 30 pounds of mixed parts or 30 pounds of white parts, it's way easier to sort 30 pounds of white parts than it is mixed parts. Definitely.
Yeah, it's easier to sort by color initially, but then if you sort by part type, when you go to enter the parts in, you just grab all your 2x4 plates and just swap the colors, add. It goes super easy if you're using Brick Store.
I'm giving it a chance, but I'm telling you, so far this is terrible. This is the worst idea ever.
I got through about I think maybe 3/4 of a pound of 1x1 tiles, and I gave up today. I said that's enough for this month. I feel really bad if I give one of my sorters a big file folder box full of 1x1s. That is
you deal with this
ever. So I'm just I'll do a few, and then when they sell, I'll go do some more. And there's some things you just don't want to give people to sort because it's awful.
Well,
hey, welcome, Tony. I seen the other David hopped in.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this at all.
Tony says look for one specific part, like 2x4 plate, and then grab all the ones you initially see and set aside, then another part, etc.
But then you're spending time looking for parts. That doesn't make any sense either. It's like,
yeah,
because you're really, I mean, it's not a big deal if you're only looking for 10 parts, but you're looking for 10,000 parts. That's a lot of time that you're wasting looking for parts. I don't need to look for them. I just need to. I don't know.
They say after you do it for a while, you get used to it.
That's what I figured. That's why I figured I'm going to do the whole tote. I've got here, look, I got a whole big ass tote over here on the floor.
Yeah. David says he's done 1,000 pounds and he did it both ways. So. Brixico says, this is your punishment, James. You must sort by category.
Exactly. I'm telling you, man, this is like a mild form of torture.
Well, at this rate, you will have the color sorter all completed by tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, the color sorting machine, that shit's gonna get working by what's today? I give it another week. We'll have that thing up and running. The hell with this.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just thought I'd let you know I'm actually trying it. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt, but I am definitely not feeling it yet.
Yeah, can't knock until you try it.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't make sense. I think it's too slow because you really have to pay attention the entire time, and that's too much time that you're putting into it.
My one sorter that was the slowest out of the three. The fourth one just, I think, died or something. But I haven't heard.
Died?
I don't think they actually sorted anything. Which is why I only give them 15 pounds, because if it disappears.
Oh, really? You didn't get it back at all?
No, they kept saying, oh, I'm almost done. I'll be done tomorrow. And that was like 3 weeks ago. I was like, you just drop it off at my house. Like, no questions asked.
Never heard from them again?
No, not yet. So I'm sure they'll be like, oh, I was out of town. My cell phone doesn't work, apparently, when I leave the city or something.
I've got a customer that does that every time he wants something. He's on the phone texting me, hounding me, and as soon as the job's done and it's time to get paid, he lost his cell phone again.
Yep.
It's like, really? You lost your cell phone? How about the office phone? Is that one still working? Your email? You got another virus on your computer? That's why you couldn't email me?
So the one slower guy, he messaged me the other day. He's like, hey, I got that box done. And I was like, are you kidding me? It's only been like 2 weeks, dude. He's like, no. Well, his mom messages me every time. He doesn't. It's like, there's a sale on something he wants, and so he worked really hard.
So he busted ass to get it done for the money.
And I was like, oh, cool. I was like, well, I got another box for him waiting. She's like, well, he might take a few days off. And I was like, oh, that's... He did 35 pounds in less than 2 weeks. I was like, that's pretty fast.
35 pounds in 2 weeks? Really?
Well, my other kid, he does like 60 in a month, so...
Alex and I timed it. Each of us could do 30 to 35 pounds in a day.
But these are like kids going to school all day.
I know.
In the evening.
I know.
So, Dennis is here. He says sorting by color is easy until you have to upload it.
Oh, see, I've got a solution for that. I've got that solution, that problem solved. That's easy for us. The upload's very simple.
Brixico says their phone stopped working once they left the city.
Their what?
Brixico says their phones stopped working once they left the city. That's funny. So somebody mentioned that people might not use a fish tank for retro writing because
can I have the black
if the peroxide would eat the silicone on it, but I don't think peroxide eats silicone. It's not really corrosive because like you can gargle with it. So it's not like that.
Yeah, peroxide shouldn't eat silicone at all.
No, so I might give it a go. I got a fish tank already.
Try it, see what it does.
I don't know if I have a light for it. I'll have to check if I have a light.
I think you need a pretty strong solution of peroxide, though. You don't want to dilute it too much.
Yeah, I'm sure I can order off Amazon. I bought some 100% stuff off of there for cleaning electronics the other day.
Get some like 5-gallon jugs of it or something.
Yeah, I suppose it's like is it a 5-gallon tank or 10-gallon? I don't really want a 10-gallon tank. I hope it's a 5. Because I could like put that in the closet. You know, I could throw a fish heater in there to keep it warm.
I got a charger.
It'd have like the perfect solution.
Okay.
That's all you need?
Okay. I gotta plug my phone in so it doesn't croak. I figured I'd come over here and actually get some work done.
Look outside the box. There's no freezing.
The what?
Yeah, we have a tiny house in the backyard. The water already froze on it. Ooh,
that's not good, is it?
Nah. It's not made for like super cold weather, and it's real cold here. I tell them to put the antifreeze in it at night, or in the winter, but they didn't want to do that. So that's what
Well,
they can't.
who's living in your back shed?
In-laws.
Ah.
Steve says 12% peroxide works well. Don't get it on your skin though.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that takes care of that. Unless anyone has any other ideas about retrobrighting in a fish tank.
Definitely curious to see what it does.
I might give it a whirl. Set it up in my closet somewhere, and I can just dump shit in it.
I think one of the other tricks is to, it might not be a bad idea to get like a small fish pump bubbler to keep oxygen going into it too, because I think that helps activate it as well. You could put like a little fish bubbler in there, keeping oxygen going into the water, and the peroxide help keep it active.
I suppose, yeah. Because I know you want to like turn them sometimes or swish them around to
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hey Bits just put a bubbler in it to agitate the Legos.
Yeah, you could do that too.
That makes sense. They do make some that goes across the bottom and it will let like bubbles up, so it kind of
yeah. Oh yeah, those little bars.
Yeah. I bet I could make a pretty sweet little like retro-brighting tank. Wrap it, put tinfoil around it. Be pretty sweet, I think. It wouldn't have to be that big. It's not like I have 20 pounds of Lego to put in there. Yeah. I only would put the good, decent ones that are faded.
Why don't we get those? Huh? Why can't we have those? Why? Just why?
Why is it fake?
Yeah.
Yeah. I found a bunch of weird fake Lego today.
I found a whole bunch of really cool ass fake Legos lately. Like really cool looking parts. Check this out. A 2x2 inverted corner, but it's round. It's not an angle. So you can actually make like an inverted curve.
Oh, yep.
It's like, that's cool. Why doesn't Lego have it? Because they didn't think of it.
Yeah. Well, Harper's telling Brick outside the box to use some of those shark bite valves. I actually used some of those when my fridge at my house when I moved in. It has an ice dispenser and a water dispenser in it, and they never hooked it up. I'm like, why would you get a fridge with that and not hook it up? Like, all you have to do is run the hose hooked to the fridge already.
Yeah, right.
Floor, tie it into the water pipe. So I used one of those, put it in. I got ice on demand.
Usually they tie those right into your sink, don't they?
Well, because our fridge is across the kitchen from the sink.
A lot of times, I think they go up and over with the little spaghetti hose usually for the refrigerators.
I suppose you could, yeah. I just went down to the basement because it was closer. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys have basements. We don't have basements, so
yeah, we got basements. So it's all good. All right, well, I might give that a whirl this week. We'll see. I've been slacking on my vlog video, so I'm not sure if I'll have one out this week, but eventually I will.
Did you get your second shot yet?
No, March 1st.
March 1st. Okay, I'll try to remember that.
I got the other one on February 1st or something.
Okay.
Will's leaving. Have a good one.
See you, Will.
Yeah, so they say the second one makes you sick.
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
Yeah, for like 2 or 3 days, so we will see.
I got a couple of friends down here that are doctors.
Yep.
None of them are getting it. I'm serious. I got 3 friends that are doctors, and they're like, nope. I was like, what? He's like, nope. I'm like, why not? He's like, nope.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's like, it's only authorized for emergency use, which means once the pandemic is declared over, it is then illegal to use it. It's only approved for emergency use if there's an emergency.
Really?
It's not approved for regular use. Yep.
That's silly.
So they're like, oh, crap. it's really bad right now. Well, this is better than nothing, we think. So we're gonna
We
approve.
think, yeah.
So, all right. Well, we'll go into tax stuff because I had my taxes done the other day.
Motion detected at the backyard.
Well, see? I got my Alexa hooked to my camera, so it tells me when there's motion.
So when your parents walk in and out, you know what's going on out back.
Nah, they're rarely here. But yeah. So I got my taxes done.
Yeah.
This is the first year because I technically officially made my business in like November, and I wasn't gonna claim anything, but I said it was gonna start in January, but I kind of had it as a hobby all last year, and I was under the threshold for PayPal. I did not make 20,000. I made like 15, so I didn't get a 1099. So I'm not a tax professional, so anything I say, take it with a grain of salt. Probably wrong, but I'll tell you what I did. That's my disclaimer.
Anything you say can and will be held against you.
So that's why I pay a tax guy a couple $100s, and he does it all for me. So I'm currently using GoDaddy Bookkeeping, and I asked him about it, if I should keep using that or if I should go use what's the other one everybody uses? QuickBooks. And he said the nice printout that I gave him at the end of the year that has like everything line by line, exactly how he needs it. He said if that's working for you, just use GoDaddy. Like it's almost like keeping track with a spreadsheet kind of. Whereas QuickBooks is like super complex to figure out. So if you're not using QuickBooks, it will take you a while to learn it. So I told him everything gets imported, and I just whatever it doesn't know if it's income or expense, I just go in and correct it. But he said it was good for what I was doing, so to keep using it.
What did you just how are you keeping track of your sales through a spreadsheet? You actually copying everything over?
No, I don't keep track of anything. So every time I get a sale on PayPal, I have my PayPal, my bank accounts, my credit card, everything is linked in GoDaddy. And it just imports all the transactions automatically. And it can tell, like, oh, you got a PayPal sale, so income for X amount of dollars. Shipping was X amount of dollars. Sales tax collected was X amount of dollars. And then I have to correct the sales tax submitted because it's weird how it comes out. But other than that, it knows all of that stuff. So it can tell me if I want to know how much I paid for shipping this month, it will have that total. How much I've had on income, it'll have that total. It just does it all automatically. And then if you pay a phone bill every month, you just set it as like phone bill expense, and from now on it'll just mark it as phone bill expense every time it comes through.
Yeah, you got like a 4-digit number you got to put next to everything for your expenses and stuff. No. That's why we used to have to do it when we had an S corporation, and every month we'd get our bank statements, and we'd have to take and write down just a little number next to what each item was, like on the credit cards or the checks that we were writing. That way, the accountant knew what category to put it under for all the expenses, because there's lots of different categories.
Oh, yeah. So mine are all written out. Like if it's office supplies, I'll just mark office supplies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we just had a number, and they put the number in the computer, and it did the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Instead of that, it's written out at the end.
Okay.
Jared was thinking about using them. If you search around for discount codes, Jared, I got mine. I found a code, and I got it for $88 for the whole year, which is like less than, I don't know, it's like $8 a month or less, $7 a month. So it's pretty cheap. I know.
What are you paying for?
$88 for the year.
For what?
For GoDaddy bookkeeping.
Oh.
Whereas I think QuickBooks is like $25 or $35 a month.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Look up an app called Wave Apps. WAVEAPPS. Wave Apps. Totally free. Connects to your bank account. and does all the same shit for totally free. The only thing they actually make money on is if you accept credit card payments for invoices that you create with the app, they'll skim their 2.5% off of your credit card payments. But if you get checks from people or anything like that, the app is completely free forever.
Does it give you a printout at the end of the year for your tax stuff?
Yeah.
Nice.
Evelyn does our quarterly for our local sales tax, and we just pull it up through there, and it tells us which invoices had sales tax and how much we owe.
Nice. I'll check that out.
Yeah, it's Wave Apps. It's actually a really good app. I've been using it for about 4 or 5 years now, and it's pretty good for something completely free.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I used to use. Go ahead. I used to use GoDaddy for stuff, but I kind of weaned off of them. They started charging too much money for everything.
Yeah. There were a couple questions I asked him. So you have to keep track of, for like, when businesses do their inventory at the end of the year.
Yeah.
They have to count everything and count up how much it's worth. Like, you see people at Walmart doing it towards the end of the year.
Right.
So for that, he said, just stick to the retail price, where I usually do 6-month average. So I just give them whatever 6-month average is at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And so whatever you have at the end of one year, and then whatever you have at the other year, they'll subtract that and figures it out somehow. For my home business, because I have my office at home, I was able to write off 46% of all my expenses for the house, because out of the 2,500 square feet, I use about 1,100 square feet or 1,200 for the business, because I got my office. In the laundry room, I wash laundry in there, and I wash bricks in there. In the wine cellar, I store all the bulk bricks after they're washed. In the other bedroom down here, I store all the bulk bricks when I get them in. In the hallway, I have my other sorting table. And then in the living room down here, it's where I set up the tables to dry all the bricks that I wash. So I can write it all off. I
need to get a couple of tables with bricks in the bedroom, some stuff in the kitchen.
So when I have my cleaning lady come over, well, I could write off 46% of what she costs. So I just gave him a list of how much I paid all year for, electricity, garbage, cleaning lady, internet, phone bill, all that, and he can deduct 46% of that, which saves me a whole bunch. And then also mileage, like when you're going to Walmart or going to pick up Lego somewhere, you want to keep track of all the miles that you drive to the place and back home. Unless you have an office elsewhere, obviously, but you can keep track of all that. So even if you do, like, you go to Walmart and then you stop and pick up your kids or something on the way home, you can write off all the round-trip miles. Whether it was something business-related, or if you're going to get groceries at Walmart or Target and you happen to go by the Lego aisle and see if they have Lego, you can write off those miles because you were checking for sourcing for Lego.
No. What you do is you plan the business trip to go to Walmart to look for Lego. They didn't happen to have any, but you did pick up some other stuff while you were there. So you gotta turn that shit around.
Yep. So, and then if you have to eat on the way, well,
yeah, of course.
You can write off 50% of the food that you ate because you were on your way for a business trip.
Or 100% if it's a legit business meeting. So say you go over to one of your Bricklink buddies' houses for the day and you guys go out for lunch and you discuss Legos at lunch.
Yeah, you got to have someone else with you. You can't just have a meeting with yourself.
That's a legit business meeting at that point because you're discussing business strategy of selling Lego.
Yep.
There's all kinds of little loopholes.
And so for the car thing, you can either do, if you want to write off the mileage, or if you don't want to write off the mileage, if you decide you want to write off your expenses of the car, like the payments and oil changes and tires and all that, you can. But once you start doing it one way, you can't switch, I think, is what the deal is. But I just figure I drive so many miles, it was benefits me more because the car doesn't really break down that much because it's newer. So it's easier to just keep track of the miles. Gas would be if you were keeping track of like the oil changes and payments and all that. If you did it that way, you can either do miles or you can do the expenses of the car, one or the other. But you can't do both. So I just do miles.
Yeah, you're probably better off with mileage, really.
Yeah.
Because you're going to go out a lot more often and the car is going to break down.
Yep. So, let's see what else I got here. So I know I talked with 8-Bit about this previously, but so when I get Lego, like if I buy new sets from the store, I write down, so I mark off the expense as how much I paid. So if I bought $300 in Lego, I write off $300 today. There is a way, that's called the cash method, whereas if you did it, say you buy the Lego today and you write it off as you sell the bricks, which is super more difficult to keep track of. I think that's their cruel method is what they call it, but I use the cash method. Taxman said that was good. So if I buy a bunch of bulk, like I bought $300 in bulk from Goodwill, I write off $300 today. If I don't sell it till next year, well, next year you know it's going to be income, but I can't do anything about it. I write it off now.
Yeah, you're better off doing that.
Any donations to the YouTube channel are income, so I have to pay tax on all those. Good thing though, anything I donate, I can write off the wholesale price I paid for it as an expense. So if you're giving away gifts and stuff, you can write those off. So you know, if you have some really crappy Lego set you got and you give it to someone as a gift from your business, hey, you write that off. You may not have sold it for $50 like you paid for it, but you can deduct that much then.
You ever watch the Seinfeld episode about write-offs?
No.
Oh, dude, you got to look that up. It's hilarious. They're talking about write-offs. He's like, it's a write-off. Well, what's a write-off? He's like, I don't know, but they're the ones writing it off. it's like coming up with all kinds of stupid things that they could write off, and they didn't know what a write-off is really. They're just like, I don't know, but they get to write it off. There's a funny episode for it.
Any other questions you guys got that I didn't cover about tax stuff? I can try to help you if I know.
What was your sales versus your taxes? You're not gonna pay any, right?
No, I'm getting like $3,000 refund, but I also had my other full-time job and my other side gigs added in there, so it was kind of a mix. But because I didn't really make money last year because I kept reinvesting it all that I got to make it bigger and bigger. Right. And then at the end of the year, I was at 250,000 parts compared to 0 where I started. So this year I probably won't have very many expenses. So the profit will probably be a lot more. So, let's see here. Blue Mountain Bricks is paying contractors. Anything special there? You just got to give them a 1099 at the end of the year for as long as if they made over $600, I believe it is in each state. You want to double check with yours. But if they make over $600, then you give them a 1099 and you include a copy when you do your taxes to show that you paid this person this much money, and then you can deduct whatever you paid them. It would be an expense. So really, if I sort a bunch of Lego, I can't deduct that. If I pay someone to sort a bunch of Lego, I can deduct that. See how that works? Now, as for the paying yourself, I still haven't figured out how that part works in the business. Because if you pay yourself, then you got to like technically pay in for tax, right? You know how that works, James?
Yeah, technically, if you're making any money at all, you're supposed to be you should probably, if you've got a decent accountant, he'll help you out with it. But realistically, if you're making any money at all, there's a couple things you can do, and each state's going to be a little different, so you got to check with your own state's rules and stuff. But when it comes to actually taking home a paycheck, the best thing you can do for yourself is to find out what your local state tax brackets are. If you've got kids or dependents, a wife, you got to find out. There's like a sweet spot. You want to make this much, but you don't want to make this much.
Yep.
You got to make at least X amount of dollars. Well, I'll just pick bullshit numbers. You want to make at least $15,000 a year, but you don't want to make $21,000 a year, because once you hit that $21,000 a year, your taxes change. The amount of money you've got to pay in changes, and there's different brackets. There's one at like 19 or 21, then there's another one up around 35, and there's another one at 80. I don't know they're all different in every state anyway. But if you get with a good accountant, they'll tell you how much money you really want to be making. And at that point, you can do a lot of things to keep from making money. If you personally invested cash into your business, whether it's Lego or anything else, doesn't matter what it is,
yep,
then you technically loaned the business money. So if say you took out of the bank $30,000, but originally you had to put 20 grand up front for Legos and storage and whatever else. You can, there's ways that you can go through and you can take 10,000 of that you took as income or money you took out of the bank and spent, and move that over to a loan repayment, which is not taxable. So, if you've got $50,000 on the books of money that you've loaned the business, and you want to take $10,000 off of your income to keep you in a different tax bracket, then each year you pay yourself back 10,000 of that dollar, $10,000 of that loan. Then that kind of compensates for that extra money that you would have taken, but the loan eventually does get paid off that way. So you got to be careful, because the year after that, you're not going to be able to use that again unless you can show that you reinvested cash back into the business. But then if they say, well, where'd you get another $50,000 to put back in your business, you're going to have to be able to show them where you got another $50,000 from. So you got to be careful. But there's lots of stuff you can do, and there's income. There's shareholder distributions, which is another thing, which is taxed a little bit differently. So if say you take home $1,000 a month from your Lego business, and you're just taking $1,000 out of the bank as a paycheck, and you're paying in Social Security and all that. At the end of the year, if the company, you can do it anytime throughout the year. It doesn't have to be at the end of the year. You can do it every month, every 3 months, whatever. If there's extra money in the bank, you can take it as shareholder distributions with a certain type of corporation. I'm not sure if it works the same with LLCs or not, but corporations it does, where you can take a shareholder distribution, which is basically you're taking home extra money from the profits the company's making, and it's taxed a little bit differently than just straight income.
Yeah. Would that be like dividends, like Steve mentioned?
Yeah, same kind of thing. Yeah, it's taxed differently, it's categorized different, but it's all, if you're going to do this and do this as a legit business and it's going to get big, you really need to learn your tax laws. That's how all these huge corporations that's how Amazon gets away with not paying any tax whatsoever. There are ways to move money, shift money, put it from place to place that you're either reinvesting it back in the business instead of paying taxes. If you buy equipment with the money, instead of taking it as a paycheck, at the end of the year, it doesn't show up as profit anymore. You've reinvested it back in the business. Yeah. So there's lots of ways around it. And if you're going to do it as a legit business, you should really seriously find somebody that knows a decent accountant and pay the guy a few $100 and go sit down with him for a couple of hours and take the guy out to lunch and say, hey, tell me all the ins and outs. Like what should I do? What should I not do? Because it's not a gray area at all. It's all legal shit, and every big corporation does it. Everybody hates Trump because he does it, but so does fucking Amazon. So does fucking the worst company in the country is Walmart. They play every fucking law to its extreme, but every corporation does it, and it's just ways of, and it's not so much not paying taxes, but not giving extra money away that you don't really have to. I mean, if you want to feel all good about yourself and pay in 70% of your income to taxes, go right ahead. The government's not going to stop you.
Yeah.
But I mean, you personally are better off keeping more and more of your money as possible.
Like if it's the middle of December and your books say you made $1,200 profit so far this year, and you went and bought a MacBook, well, guess what? Now it looks like you made nothing, and you got a free computer.
Or you took that $1,200 and went and bought more Lego bricks and put it into inventory. That's investing back in the business. That's more inventory.
Or you could just wait till January, and then you have to pay tax on that $1,200. So now you only have like $800.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean it's not that it's illegal or crooked or wrong. It's the way the laws are designed, and if you want to. I don't know. I mean, there's two different ways of looking at it. You can look at it as like, I want to pay. Everybody needs to pay their fair share. Well, okay, that's cool. But do you want to pay extra too? Because you can.
Yeah.
Or should you take that extra money and reinvest it in yourself and your own business? Which I personally would prefer to reinvest in myself than our government system. They don't seem to be doing all that well lately.
Yep.
They don't seem to understand how to balance a checkbook at all.
All the middle class is paying all the tax. All the rich people ain't paying nothing, and all the poor people living off.
And that's why when they, that's why when they throw that, we're only going to tax the rich. I'm like, are you shitting me? They're just going to spend twice as much on attorneys and get out of paying it again. What do they care? Go ahead. They're like, try taxing me. I know all the laws. They're gonna get out of it. The people that actually, the government doesn't produce anything. It doesn't make money. It doesn't produce anything. The government basically, the only money they've got is the money that the people pay into them every year.
Yeah.
It's not like they're
bank, and unless you file the correct paperwork, they'll hold your money, and you ain't going to get it back unless you pay someone good enough to get it back. And if you didn't, and they got free money.
Yep, that's it.
Like,
it's
to be able to write off like work expenses, like if you had to buy uniforms or boots or tools for work. And now, a couple years ago, all of a sudden you can't do that. Well, that sucks. You can't write any of that off that you spend money on. But if you have a home business, you could write all of that off.
Yep. It was your money when you gave it to them.
That's why all these people come to America and then buy gas stations. Because you can write all kinds of stuff off.
Oh, yeah.
They don't come here because they want to pay tax.
No, not many people do.
Yeah.
But and it's not like you're trying to get out of paying all taxes. You're just trying to get out of paying extra tax. Like you went and got your tax exemption form. I mean, you could keep paying taxes on Legos every time you go to Walmart and buy them, and then you're eating that 6, 7, 8% out of your own pocket every time you buy a kit. Or you go down, you file a sheet of paper, and now that 8 or 10% goes in your pocket.
Yep. I actually used that the other day. It worked pretty well. I was surprised.
Exactly. And I mean, it's not anything crooked. It's just if you think about, I mean, this is the stupidest thing that I don't understand. Down here in Florida, I'm sure other states have it too. They've got something called, oh shit, I forgot the name of it. I can't think of it. I'll think of it. There's a certain tax, and it's for businesses. If you go out and, me as a business, I've got the radical routing business where we do custom fabrication and CNC work and stuff like that.
Yep.
And with that business, we've got computers, we've got desks, we've got chairs. This tax down here, once you put anything on the books, equipment, drills, a hammer, anything, any piece of equipment you bought, whether it's $1 or $10,000 or $100,000 piece of equipment, you put it on your sheet of equipment that the business owns, they charge you tax on that every year because you own it. So if you buy a new office chair, you want to write off the office chair, right? So you're going to put that on your expenses report as, hey, I bought an office chair for $200 at Office Depot. So you can write that off as part of your tax exemption stuff at the end of the year. Well, all of a sudden, now you have this office chair on your tax report that you're going to pay tax on for like the next 5 or 10 years. And every year it gets a little bit less and a little bit less. I can't remember the name of it. I'll think of it later when I'm not thinking. And, but everything, every piece of equipment, computer, my CNC laser, CNC router tables. One of the tables like $75,000. And every year I was paying like $1,500 tax on a machine that I already bought every year. But this year's $1,500, next year's $1,200, next year's $800. It whittles down, but by the time you're done, you paid damn near 50% of what you bought the machine for in taxes over 10 years. And tangible property tax. That's it. Tangible property tax. It's a.
You just lease the machine.
Huh?
What if you just lease the machine? Then you don't own it.
Yeah, if you lease the machine, then you don't have to do that. But it doesn't matter. You're going to lease your chairs and your desk and your computer. Yeah, exactly. You have to literally lease everything and have nothing for. Otherwise, they just gouge you every single year. And I'm like, that made no sense whatsoever to me.
What up?
What up, Bo?
I come bearing dinner.
Is it still warm?
Yes.
Is it? The fries?
The fries may be a little mushy, and you have a ketchup emergency.
The fries are cold. I don't like no cold ass fries, boy.
That's awful when they're cold.
I got 5 Guys for dinner.
Nice. I went to Mickey D's. They now have a cheeseburger meal. You get like 2 large fries, 2 cheeseburgers, and 20 nuggets for $11.99.
Where's that at?
McDonald's. That's a deal.
McDonald's nuggets are okay, but Wendy's are way better.
Yeah, I don't go to Wendy's. We don't really have any Wendy's around.
You don't have Wendy's? How can you not have Wendy's?
Well, they're like around, but they're not like close to my house.
Oh.
McDonald's also has hot chicken nuggets now.
Yeah. Hey, did you try the tangy, spicy chicken they've got around Christmas time?
I don't think so.
That's good.
Sweet and spicy.
Sweet and spicy. That's good.
Nice. The other thing I was going to say that your tax people will want to know is how much your coronavirus refunds were. They want to know exactly how much you got. Because if you didn't get one, then you can apply it on your taxes. So you'll want to look that up before you go to your tax guy. It was that, and then they wanted to know how much I put into the business. So I kept track of my cost. So it was like $9,000. So they wanted to know that. Let's see.
Did they set that up as a loan for the business or what?
I don't know what he did. He did something for it. He just keeps track of it. Doughboy says, I'm with James. 5 Guys is the way to go. 5 Guys is so expensive, though. Like, if you go downtown where I used to work, you get a burger and fries, it's like $18.
It is expensive, but I don't know. I'm one of those people, like, I almost never buy steak, but when I do, I go buy like 5 pounds of filet mignon. Like, I don't eat steak ever. Like, I won't go buy shitty cheap steak. I just don't like it, but I'll buy filet. I don't like chocolate, but when I do, I go buy Godiva. So when I want a burger, I'm not going to McDonald's.
50 Caliber says, oh, hell no. McNuggets rule the Nugget Kingdom.
Oh, please.
Jared finally signed up with BrickBot. Nice. I actually used that one day. I I checked it the one morning before I brought the kids to school, and it said the 11009 set dropped to $9 from 22, and there was 9 of them. I went there, and sure enough, there was 9 of them on the shelf because I remember seeing them. And yep, they were $9.
What website is it?
It's BrickBot on. It's an automated bot that a guy named Jared created on.
Oh yeah.
On
I'll check it
Discord.
out.
So, yeah, Howard and me and one other guy share 17 of the stores in the city, 17 of the 22.
Ooh.
Somebody from out of town took 3 of them. And I haven't figured out who it is. There are a few. So, anyways, I took all the others around the person, so they can't get them. So, all right. Well, what are we at here? An hour? What's on my schedule? Oh man, we're way ahead of schedule. I guess we can get into the last topic I had, and then we can do some questions maybe. 8-Bit says, did you get him to set you up with the stores? Oh, he's talking to Jared. So USPS just came out yesterday on the news. They are, so apparently the first class mail, like we ship everything, apparently goes by airplane, which is how it gets delivered so fast. So they want to stop flying first class mail and have it transported by truck, which will take longer. So instead of the 1 to 3 day delivery, it will now be 5 to 7 day delivery. And they're going to increase the prices. And they didn't say how much, but I did find one website that mentioned possibly, this is just possibly, a 9% increase, which on a $3 order is approximately like 27 cents or 25 cents.
So
on a
10
order, you're looking
10%
at
price increase and four times less quality.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, and that's probably coming this year. They still have to work it out, but yeah, that's gonna suck because we all rely on first class mail.
Can we start shipping with Amazon?
Well, I don't know. So we'll see, but when I hear more, I'll let you guys know. But I did find one good thing though, because I ship international with Pirate Ship. Those UPS boxes I got for free, they work wonderful for international packaging because it's every half-pound increment. So if they buy only a couple pieces and it's less than 8 ounces, I get one of those heavy-duty boxes I got for free, put it in there with some air bubble mailer things, that I have all over.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still under 8 ounces, and I can ship it for the same price. Plus, it's extra protected because it's in a box, rather than like a bubble mailer going overseas and falls off a boat or something.
That's cool.
Plus, less chance of it getting lost if it's in a box, I think. So that is what I'm using those boxes for now.
Oh, yeah?
Because every time something is big enough that I need to ship it UPS, it takes bigger box than they gave me. And then it won't fit in the stupid, drop box. So then I have to actually go to the UPS store, which is 3 towns away. And that's just so convenient.
How can you not have a UPS store? We live out in the sticks and we got a UPS store.
No, I got to go across the river and 10 minutes. Well, I have a drop box in my town, but it never fits in there. Except the one day, the bottom was open, and I was like, "Oh, this looks like it's not shut all the way." And I pulled on it, and sure enough, it was unlocked. So I put my big ass package in there, and then I shut it and locked it. They're gonna be like, "How the hell did you get that package in here?" So, yeah, I don't know. If UPS goes up too high, we're all gonna have to look for DHL or something, like some people are shipping. But I don't know. I guess until that time comes, we'll see.
Tell you what, if Amazon starts offering third-party shipping, they put the USPS.
Yeah, if Amazon starts shipping, they'll probably make a fortune.
Yep. Well, I know some websites, they already, like that Liquid Death water I bought it off the website, but it was shipped by Amazon from the warehouse.
Yeah.
So like they're doing it somehow, but I mean they're paying for storing the product and stuff. They're doing FBA, which is freaking outrageous. And out of the like 100 items I sent there, pretty sure 5 of them have been returned. 3 of them have been destroyed.
What?
Man, these odds are not very good. Howard says carrier pigeons.
Carrier pigeons.
Soon it'll be cheap enough. I will deliver in the cities if you're in the cities.
Yeah, right.
Next day delivery for extra $5. I delivered to that guy. He was like, wow, I can't believe you brought it here.
They're going to make it so you can only sell locally because it's too expensive to ship it anywhere.
Yeah. Yep. Bring outside the box is Pony Express. Let me put it on the local train because we have lots of trains here. You're going to have to go pick it up at the nearest train depot. I assume, like, within the next 5 years, Amazon will take over USPS because they deliver to my house twice a day.
We'll probably just buy them out.
So why not have them deliver if they're already coming to the house twice a day?
Mm-hmm.
Even on weekends they come. Even like
That's
I had a $2.99 battery delivered for free on a Sunday. Like, how is that cost effective? You know those batteries cost at least $2.99.
Oh yeah.
But hey, I got my caliper working now, so. Yep. I don't know. It'll be Amazon delivery service or something. Who knows?
Amazon's gone postal. This is all they mean.
David West says, make the Brick Freedom line go faster. Yeah. When you have a hot item and everybody wants it, it doesn't get any faster.
So how you liking that sort?
Oh, I told them sorting like this is bullshit. This is like the worst thing ever. This is like a mild form of torture.
Hey, I watched a video today of a 7-year-old that created a Lego sorter out of parts in the garage. They had like ductwork, like it was a big ductwork, and then it went down kind of like a funnel shape, and then there was like chicken wire inside, and then there was 2 bins for small parts and large parts. So if it falls through the chicken wire, it goes in the one bin, and all the other parts go in the other bin. And to make it vibrate, they duct taped a sander to it. You just turn on the sander and the whole thing shakes. And the whole thing was wrapped in duct tape.
That's not really a sorter. That's just kind of like that's just going to take all your little bits and put them in one pile and all your big parts in another pile.
Lego sells it
it's
for
a little bit of sorting.
Yeah, Lego makes those little Lego heads for that. We've got one of those. It's great if you're looking for Technic pins.
See you, Howard. Have a good one. Doug says, and I'm not even signed up for Brick Freedom yet. No point without an inventory yet. Well, Doug, if you sign up now, by the time you get through the list, you will have your store ready to go, I bet.
Yeah, you better sign up now, man. You do it while you can.
Doughboy says Amazon is just sucking everyone in. Here in a few years, when they switch and start charging for everything, people will panic. I don't know. Walmart's trying to compete with them now with their like next day delivery thing. I had someone from Walmart deliver a bag of candy. I was like, because like it was in stock, but then the other thing was like at the warehouse. So they paid some Uber Lyft driver to deliver this one bag of candy to me for $2.
How you gonna make money with that?
And it was free shipping because I got free shipping because I had to add like a $2 item to reach the free shipping threshold. I was like, there's no way they made money paying this dude to bring it to me.
That's the same thing with Lego. When you hit that $35 mark or whatever it is, and your shipping's free.
Yeah.
And then you get the stupid 2 poly bags in separate orders delivered. I got 2 FedEx packages the other day. Each one of them had 1 poly bag in each one.
Yeah.
And then you're still waiting on the parts to come over from Denmark.
Yep.
And it's like, then they ship that. So they're shipping 4 items individually. How you saving any money?
I don't know. Maybe they have their own big Lego plane that comes once a day to the U.S. It's just packed with Lego, comes over, drops it off, and then it goes out through the postal system.
I think it'd be more cost effective just to yank them out of Mexico and bring them over, wouldn't it?
Jared says a bunch of toy resellers just got hit with needing outside safety laboratory inspection on their stuff and documentation from manufacturers. Oh yeah, Amazon can demand documentation like any time. So that's crazy. Yeah, I kind of quit selling stuff on Amazon. I just let whatever I'm on there sell, and I don't know. Their fees are so high for FBA, it's ridiculous.
You got to be getting it for almost nothing to make it worthwhile. Huh?
Yeah, well, the stuff I got for free. I just have to split whatever I make with them. So
it's still not worth it.
No, I think I got a list going. I added up quick. So I had like 100 items. I don't even know what the retail value was, but it was quite a bit.
I think to be on Amazon, you need to have like the Sham Wow or something like that.
So out of 100 items, I owe them $185, and I made $185. Like, it took me an entire weekend to package and process all this stuff, and like for less than $200, I don't think that's even worth my time.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it makes much sense.
So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. Anybody have any questions out there? We got about 12 minutes before we go into the prizes.
Prizes.
Doug says he had a few Lego items get flagged for needing safety reports 2 years ago. Doug, are you approved to sell Lego on Amazon? Aren't you approved? Don't let anyone do that. I got so many dots because I got a bunch of those from Michael's. I have like 50 some little stupid packs of dots to go through. Oh, it's gonna suck.
Wait till you get into it too. You know why? Every package has miscellaneous ones that aren't.
I know, you have to count all the little.
Oh, dude, I got like 2 bags of them, and I was like, "Fuck this!" I just threw them into my personal stuff. Like, I'm not counting all this shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I figured if I get a big enough quantity, maybe somebody will start buying. But we'll see.
There've been a lot of people going around buying up stuff for the mosaic, so.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, that's the new thing. So maybe if I have a high enough quantity, people will be like, "Oh, let me get that."
Yeah.
And now Lego's doing that thing where you can submit your picture online, and then you can like.
There were like 2 or 3 websites that were doing that before Lego did it.
Yeah, now they're doing it, and they'll send you the parts or whatever.
You can do a mosaic right in studio. All you gotta do is bring in a picture, and it'll do it for you.
Doug's been selling on Amazon Lego for 6 to 8 years. You probably got grandfathered in, Doug. I think the Lego Corporation bans anyone new now. So
People probably sending out too many fakes or something.
yeah. Well, that's what's happened on eBay. I bought some stuff. I was like, "Oh, this is cheap." Yeah, it was fake. And then I was like, "Hey, this is fake. I want a refund." And they're like, "Oh, we'll just give you your money back." And I was like, "Okay." But like,
right.
You're still gonna just keep selling fakes.
Yeah, like we don't care.
So you can't really complain if you get your money back. But so tomorrow I'm going to pick up some second sorted Lego from the one sorter, bring it to the other one to create the file, pick up all the filed ones from her so I can put them back in the wall and upload them. So we'll see how it goes. The process is finally like coming around. So
How much stuff does she have done?
She sent me all the files earlier. I haven't looked into them, but it's all the 2x2 and 2x2 brick and all the. This is all the bricks. 2x2 and 2x4 and bigger. I think is what I gave her. Yeah. So anything bigger than a 2x2. And then she's gonna start on plates. Anything bigger than a 2x plate. So it should be pretty easy because they're already sorted by part type. So all she has to do is separate out the colors and inventory them.
It's already broke down into individual like 2x2s and 1x2s.
So the one she's doing is anything bigger than a 2x. So it'd be like 3x3 and bigger, I guess. So
Does she have to break down the individual parts, or is it being given to her that way?
No, they're already sorted. Each type or each part type is already put in an individual bag for her.
Oh, okay.
So she just has to count the colors and add them into a file and put them in a box and in drawers. And then I come pick up
be
the
too bad.
2 boxes. No, I think it should go pretty fast. But I'm going to give her 30 pounds of windows and doors and car parts to do once she finishes.
Ooh. She's going like, what the hell is this?
She's getting really good at finding like part numbers and stuff in Bricklink and Brickstore now.
Yeah.
It's super easy for her. So I was like, here, I'm going to give you something to make it a little more challenging, since I know you'll get done before the other guys finish with the other ones. He's doing tech neck and then he's doing slopes. So that's going to take some time.
Yes, it does. We figured it's going to take us about 3 months to do all the 1,500 pounds we got.
Yeah. David West says, what do you pay for BSX files? So I don't pay per file. I'm paying $8 a pound total for all parts of one mold in a bag. So I'm paying $1.50 a pound for each step. So there's 3 steps in the system. So I guess it'd be 1, 2, 3, $4.50. So the first step is sorting by the 20 categories. That's $1.50 a pound. The second one is sorting each category by part type. That's $1.50 a pound. And then creating the files would be another $1.50 per pound.
It's not terrible.
David West says $5 for bulk, $1.50 for the primary sort, and $1.50 for the final sort. Oh, so if you're including the price I paid, yeah, because it'd be $4.50, and I think I paid around $3 or $3.50, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's say like $8.50 a pound, I guess, all said and done. Doug just signed up for Brick Freedom number 160. Holy cow!
Oh damn! Woo, that's way out there.
David, I think it'd be like $8.50 a pound total if you include what I paid. But then again, what I paid, I got a bunch of sets that paid for what I paid. So essentially, the bulk was free. I don't know. You figure bulk, once it's listed, you could probably get $30 to $50 a pound, depending what it is. So, still making, like, if you figure at the minimum 3 times to 5 times. And if you use Brickstore, you can add my cost in now for bulk or for anything you list in there. So I can just take the file, select all, list my cost, and I just put all used pieces as 1 penny. And that's how I keep track of that. May not be accurate, but it works. Yeah, once I get these files uploaded tomorrow that I got, then I'll see. Oh yeah, minifigures for sure will pay for all of it, probably. I mean, I got one set out of there that was worth over $200, and another one was $130. So essentially, all the books definitely free. Plus, I got like 6 more sets out of there, and then I parted out some other sets. So it's definitely an easy way to grow your store. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of random pieces worth a bunch. Plus, anything that's rare where the demand is higher than the supply, I double the price. And you'd be surprised how many of those parts are sold.
Yep.
So don't just price your stuff at 6 months. You need to drive the price up.
Jack up the good pieces while you can.
Yep. And it's surprising that the demand for basic bricks and plates is real high. Like a 1x3 in light bluish gray, you probably think is a basic piece. Oh no! Like so many of those is sold in the last 6 months that are not available. They're like just bricks and plates and random things. So I go through and I check each part and see if more are sold in the last 6 months than are available, and then I put a little star by it. That's how I keep track. Blue Mountain Bricks, how to sign up for BrickBot. You have to join the Discord for BrickBot and then message Jared and tell him you're interested in signing up if no one has any taken by you, and tell him where you live. Boy says you can move through the queue very fast. Yeah, it all kind of depends how big your store is, I think. It's easier to add on small stores than big stores. So, and I noticed on Brick Freedom, the auto pricing feature says it won't be available until like next quarter now. So,
Steve is slacking.
Oh, and you have to activate a stock room on your BrickLink for some updates that are coming out for Brick Freedom, and then just leave that stock room alone and don't touch anything in it.
Yeah.
You'll get a big warning on Brick Freedom when you sign in on what to do.
I was talking to him the other day, and he told me that he was going to be implementing that, and then I think I went on yesterday and had to pick one.
Yeah. Corey says BrickBot cities are already taken. Yeah, depending on where yours is, it might be. If you're in a big city, you can post on there. Maybe people will share them with you. That's what we do. Oh, yeah. Mr. Mad Dog, thank you. I did fix my part out table. Let me show you. I have a video of it. I have a video. So my part out table was kind of getting all saggy.
It was getting what?
I'll show you. Hold on. I have a video. I got to find it. I got to get it to play. All right. Tried to add it to the stream, so you're going to have to hear the volume through my speakers because it wouldn't add. Let's make it big. Okay, here's my new updated part out table. I took the tip from 8-bit. All right, got the table done. The weight's off of it. It's got about an inch gap, but it's level. It's going to be the U side, but I have some new overflow there. So they're working pretty good for this table. It's not going anywhere. It's jumpy. But then there's so many plastic bins, they were a little sagging still. A little redneck engineering. With straps around it because they wouldn't reach all the way around, so I only did 3 of them.
Kids from the ghetto.
Did that. A tad bit of a lean still, but nothing like I had before. And then put a handy ruler there. Keeps these over here, see? Stack straight. So we'll see how that does for now. I replaced the ruler with a bungee cord. It worked much better.
It's got a gangster lean.
But yeah, I put the metal, the like plumbing pipes. That's what I created the legs out of.
Uh-huh.
Because I was gonna do it out of wood dowels, but I was like, how are the wood dowels gonna stay straight? Like,
Yeah.
whereas a pipe is pretty like solid. So, Sean, it's MDF with a nice trim around it and diamond plate printed on it. But at least it's not like squishing it now because it's like a 50-pound tabletop. So it'll work. The ratchet straps just keep it nice and tight so it can't like bow out. Plus, if it gets real heavy, I'll just tighten up the scratch. There's a certain point where the drawers get stiff, so you gotta like just loosen up and slide nicely still.
Just keep ratcheting until you hear weird noises, right?
Yeah. Because I was trying to compare them. So these are the Walmart ones for $6.98, which I bought the cheapest one. So what do you expect? Nice. So I was comparing them to the Target ones because the Target ones seem like higher quality, and the Target ones you can take the tops off and connect them all together, so it'll be one giant stack. Whereas these ones, the corners aren't hollow, so all you can do is just set them on top of each other. You can't like connect them.
The ones at Target that we get say Starlight in the back.
Well, these ones say Sterilite too. They're all made by the same company, but they're different mold.
They got probably an old
The ones
mold.
from Target, they in the middle of the drawer, they like lean, they tip in. So mine are actually wider than the Target ones. Because I tried my drawer in a Target one and it won't fit. Because mine is a hair bigger than the Target ones. But I like the Target one because you take the top off and click it together, and now you have a double.
Yeah.
And if you really needed, you could run like dowels or metal rods through the Target ones, but they're hollow inside. But now, because I took the weight of the table off of it, so it just hangs out below it. I figured eventually, if I decide to change it, I could sell it on Facebook. Outrageous price for custom-made furniture.
Custom Lego table.
Made with modernized pipes. So, yeah, that's what I did. Corey says, you share Twin Cities? Yeah, I share it with like 2 other people. Are you in the Twin Cities, Corey? Oh, the other cool video I watched the other day was, I don't remember the name of it, but they were spraying like MDF counters or MDF boards to look like marble countertops. And it looked like really good when they got done. I was surprised. They're like using spray paint crap from Walmart.
Yeah, spray and then just kind of mix it and swirl it.
Yeah, they like spray it on in a certain fashion, and then they put this heavy duty epoxy on afterwards.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that looks real nice.
Makes a hell of a mess, though.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking, Corey? So somebody took all the ones over by you, and I don't know who it is. Because we don't have any of those ones. Somebody from Marshall, Minnesota took them. David West says, anyone able to get Brickstore to open on Chromebook? I can see the icon. I click on it, and it never opens. David, did you like compile all the files? I know I mentioned you could try that and see. I know on a MacBook, because it's not a signed program, I have to right click, open, close it, right click, and then I can open it all the way. Corey, we don't have any of the West or the Southwest. Somebody else took those ones. Hey, David, you're probably smarter than me at Linux. The best thing would be to ask the guys on the GitHub, because they know all kinds of like programming stuff. It'd probably be hard to understand their instructions, though. Max says, is there a way to see if a customer has items in a cart from your store prior to them checking out? You cannot see their cart. On Bricklink, you cannot see their cart. On Brickowl, it tells you how many carts there are that have your stuff, but you can't see what's in the carts. All right, so we get to some giveaways. I got the fancy wheel started. So, yeah. I got 3 poly bags, a flask, and then a bunch of not a damn thing spots.
Just put loser in those spots. Loser.
So, depending how many people want to be on there is how many not a damn thing spots I'll add. Yeah, David posted in there. Yeah, after reading some of the instructions, I was lost too on some of the questions I had. So I'm like right here, and they're like way up here in technical talk. David West says, I have 32 active carts on Brickowl. Well, you should be getting a ton of orders at that rate. I get between like 10 and 20 carts. The higher the carts go, then the more orders start coming in. Or your price is really cheap. One or the other.
Can you just send them like a message? Shit or get off the pot?
Yeah. I think it's pretty accurate. I don't know. It's me. All right, so we got 28 people here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you a phrase to type in the chat. And as it comes in my chat, now not your chat, my chat, because I have a combined chat, I'm going to go in the order it is on my chat. And if it looks different on yours, I'm telling you how it is on mine, because yours will look different, I guarantee it. Sean has 98 active carts. My God. And then we'll just go down the list. And each time I'll spin the wheel and we'll go in order down my list. And if it lands on a prize, you win. If it doesn't land on a prize, then you lose. We go on to the next person. All right? So let's type brick separator in the chat. And that will be the order that you're in for the prize. Or a chance at the prize wheel.
Brick separator.
And remember, we do have a Brick Slingers Discord. You can get the link in the description below. There's a VIP area. We have a meeting every Wednesday usually. And just talk about whatever people want to talk about, or if there's tips or tricks that I figured out that I'd rather not tell everyone about. It's $5 a month. You just type donate in any of the search fields in the Discord, and you'll get a little link you click on, and it'll set that up for you so you can become a VIP member and you can see a different area of the Discord. So I always check that out. I think there's about 7 or 8 of them now. Oh man, look at all these cheap asses here wanting to win some free stuff. Man. Y'all didn't want to pay for no prizes last week, but y'all want some free stuff. I'm gonna have to add a whole bunch of not a damn things on here. Oh. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't care how you spelled it. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8-bit says your free candy was gross. Yeah, it was from Halloween, dude.
That was that shit the guy dropped off from Walmart for free. What do you expect?
No, that was. I've been looking at changing up my my candy to something else or just getting rid of it entirely.
That
I
was,
like
last year's,
candy.
that was last year's Halloween candy.
All right, let me add some more things in my list here. Hold on.
I'm seriously thinking about dumping all this shit out and starting over by color.
You guys are gonna like the wheel I got set up today.
Puppy dogs. What you doing, you know?
Being cute.
She's like looking at all the pretty colored stuff that I want to eat.
She probably smells ketchup.
Oh, yeah, she probably smells a burger.
Uh-oh.
She's like, give me hamburgers. Not sure.
I'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 14 spots. Is that enough? Let's see. 1, 2.
Then I got a dark red brick in here that must have exploded. There's like slivers of it everywhere.
You know, if you get a rare or get a brick that was manufactured incorrectly, are they worth a lot on eBay? Unlike, some rare defect stuff.
If you get the cool stuff that's got the color swirls in it, those are worth something. I had a couple of really old red slopes, like probably back in the 60s or 70s.
Yep.
And they call it a short shot. What it is when they mold inject it, they don't inject enough plastic so it doesn't flow all the way to the corners. And it's actually missing one of the corners, and it's kind of cool because it's kind of like this. It's kind of like wavy and round where the plastic stopped. I've got one of those somewhere, but I don't know if it's worth anything. Probably not really.
Yeah, that's what my one sorter said they got one where it looked like the mold didn't get filled all the way.
Yeah, save it and look it up because if anything, those might be worth something. I don't think they're worth much though, but probably more than a regular red slope.
All right, let me just write all these down here so they're in order, so I don't lose my deal here. Now, I'm not going to take any of these loser spots off once somebody lands on them. I'm only going to take off the prize spots if somebody lands on them, okay? So, it may be everyone's a loser. Or
bunch of losers. So there's a chance they won't win anything?
Yep.
Ooh. So what you're saying is there is a chance.
Every time I go to Walmart, there's this bingo little roller cage thing.
You thinking about stealing it?
I'm like, oh, it's down to $11. Should I buy it? I'm like, nah, I'll wait till it comes down further.
I was looking at some on Amazon. There's a bunch of them on there you can get.
But then I was like, I could probably just find one online where everyone could just download a card and I could just have it automatically do it, draw the numbers.
What you do is you have each one of them type their name or whatever, and they get auto assigned. Like the first person's number 1, the second one's number 2, and then you just kind of pick a part out of the thing. You don't have to write down anything.
David says, "What do you What do you do with all the minifigs you find in bulk lots?
Put them in a cup. And then we put them in a big box, and they sit there for 6 months.
All right, I'm going to read the order of people I have based on my list, okay? If I missed your name, let me know. I have Doug. I have David West, 8-Bit, Brick Bin, Blue Mountain, Brick Outside the Box, Secret Squirrel, These Are Overrated, Sean Morgan, Max Brick Shop, The Collector, Brick Quest, Brixico. I think that's it. If I forgot your name, let me know. I'll add you to the list. We're going to get this party started, guys. All right. At least 3 people will win. I'll tell you that much.
At least 3, just not you.
Let me make this a little bigger for you.
Is Chris on tonight?
I haven't seen him.
Who else on here actually sorts used bricks? You don't even sort your own used bricks.
I hate sorting. I do new. That's about it for me.
I'm getting to the point that I'm not feeling it. This is just a really difficult
Really
way of
like
doing
the
it.
color, huh?
I'm just gonna keep bitching until I don't have to do it anymore. So somebody will come back here and tell me to quit.
All right, there we go. I got the wheel as big as I can get it for you guys. Okay. Brick Outside the Box. I got you on there. Did I not say your name? I got you. You're like
Brick outside the box.
you're the 6th one down. David West has another option. He can email you. All right, here we go. Let's get this party started. We got about 10 minutes before we got to end. Okay. So the first person, Doug Ross. Here we go. Oh, Doug Ross has won nothing. Not a damn thing.
Yeah, dog. If they win nothing, does their name come off?
No, I don't have their name on here. I just have the prizes on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did it like backwards so I could add pictures this time. So if you don't see, there's 3 poly bags and a flask. All right, this one is for. See that David says the animation with the cheering and not a damn thing is hilarious. David West, it's your turn next, so here you go.
One big loser.
Now, if this is looking blurry on your screen, at the bottom on YouTube, on the bottom right of the screen, there's a little gear wheel. You can click it, and you can click a higher, like 1080 or 720, and it will be clear, just so you know. All right. 8-Bit Entrepreneur, here you go. Your turn.
It's rigged. It's rigged.
Oh, man, not a damn thing.
They're saving money like crazy this week, dude.
All right. This one's for brick pens. Oh, so close.
Dude, you were right. It was like so easy to rig it this way.
Somebody's got to win some. All right, here's Blue Mountain Bricks. Oh, so close again.
It's like 50-50.
Yeah. All right. Brick outside the box. Here's for you.
It turned into from a free giveaway to like a fair game you can't win.
Oh, she won. Oh my
she
God.
won.
I got the Harry Potter.
It's like a
Nice.
county fair now.
All right, we're going to remove that one, so that means we have not as many gifts to win. All right, so next one, Secret Squirrel. Here we go. Oh, nada.
I do think the applause is very appropriate for the losers. That's good. Congratulations, you won. Jack shit.
All right, this one is for knees are overrated. Oh, not looking good. No. All right, this one's for Sean. Here we go. Big money, big money.
Did Dominion make this wheel?
All right.
Shit.
Max Brick Shop. Your turn. Here we go, Max. Oh, not looking good. Oh, nada.
I have to be honest, all these people probably like getting gifts, but it's way more fun to not give you stuff. This is kind of fun.
Or whatever doesn't get won this week, I'll add it next week, so there'll be more prizes next week then, okay?
More and more betterer.
All right, the collector is next. We only got 3 left. The collector, here we go. Oh, missed it. Dang. All right, we got Brick Quest. You're up. Here you go. Cross your fingers. Up. No. That big gap over there. All right, last one. Brixico, here we go. You're the last one. See if you can win.
Oh, so close.
Oh, it says no. Oh, man. That was whatever it says goes. Yeah, it's still technically in the yellow. Well, those 3 will stay on there for next week, and then I'll add 3 or 4 more for next week. Oh, Dennis wants to go now. Dennis, you're too late. I shut the wheel down, so it's gone.
There is no wheel.
Well, Brick Outside the Box is our lucky winner tonight. 8-Bit wants a recount. 8-Bit, like the Democrats say, there's no evidence. Ugh.
It was a fair It was a very fair wheel.
Yeah.
Best wheel we've ever had.
So, Brick Outside the Box, end of the month, I'll contact you for your info. I'll let you know the last one we do. Other than that, that's it. I got nothing more for you. I'll put some more prizes on the wheel next week. I got another flask to add on there for all my alcoholics out there. The day drinking and the Lego sorting.
Oh my god, this is just terrible.
That's how I felt doing 1x1 plates today.
Dude, 1x1 plates would be like easy compared to this. This is just
Not when you have like 5 pounds of 1x1 plates. It's like, and then you got to try to pick all the little stupid things up. Oh god.
Don't pick. You can't. That's something you guys. I don't know anybody that's actually doing used stuff, but you can't pick the parts up. The trick is slide them. If you slide them, it's a lot faster. Slide them into piles, way faster than picking up every part.
A big old pile.
Like just start with a little. You don't have to do them all at once. Start with a little pile, and then add another little pile.
I had a large box. I had to get part of it done. Maybe if I do like an hour of it each week, eventually I'll get through it.
So how you liking that used Lego thing?
It's great.
It's great.
Just farm it out. I love the lot count that increases every time I upload some. It's like 100 lots, 200 lots.
Yeah.
I'm like, sweet. Like you get a new set, you're lucky if you get 30 new lots. You say you get a whole bunch. And with Brick Store, it's so easy finding the parts. Like ridiculously easy.
I think I got a generic Mario or Luigi. But he's generic.
It might be a real one.
Nah, look at the bottom. That's not Lego.
Get a little head with a mustache and put him on there. Oh yeah, that's definitely not.
Definitely not Lego.
Yeah, Sean just sorted 3 new Yoda sets that he got for like $9.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Jeez, they're cheap. Aren't they like $50?
100.
Or 100?
Yeah.
What are you stealing?
No, they were in the glass case. So, all right, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next Sunday. I don't think there's anything special going on next Sunday, but
with the wheel of torture.
If you guys like that wheel, let me know. I enjoyed the wheel.
I had fun with the wheel. The wheel amused me.
Yep. So maybe I'll change the music next time because I can adjust the music and the colors.
We need to go on. What was the game show that used to go wah wah wah? We need some of that kind of stuff.
They might have it in there. There's like, I think there's like 5 or 6 different sounds you can do for like the end when people win. Yeah. Blue Mountain Brick says the wheel was fun until I lost.
The wheel's great till you lose.
Hey, can't win every time. Bricksco says, James, if you don't like the way you're doing it, why don't you switch over?
I'm seriously considering it. I've got like 10 cups here that are full that I'm really thinking about dumping out and just doing this the other way. This is bad. But I don't know. I said I was going to give it a shot. Maybe it'll get better. I don't know. I've probably got 30 pounds to go through. And I figure I'll try to.
Have a good one. Well, since your store is sorted by color, they're saying maybe you should just sort by color. Like my store is not. Mine is just randomly everywhere. So randomly everywhere works great.
Well, it does. But in the end, all the parts are going to wind up going into their appropriate place regardless of how it's sorted. So it really doesn't matter if you do category or color first. In the end, they're still going to wind up in the same place.
Doing like one of your trays behind you there, they have like all one color, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a big pile of black that you're going through and you're uploading, all that black is probably going to go in one color or one of the trays next to it, right?
Yeah, I figure what we're going to wind up doing is we'll go through and do the categories, and then we'll take like one whole category, and break that whole category down to the individual parts and catalog it, put it in inventory.
Yep.
And that'll give us like if I do the plates, I'll just have one whole pile, I guess, of bags of plates or cups full of plates once it's broken down. And then we'll stack all the black plates together, all the gray plates together, all the green plates together, and then we'll go grab all the, the correct totes for each color, for each part, and just dump them in one at a time. I mean,
I'll show you the new one that I upgraded from shoeboxes. I'll show you.
oh, you got new shoe boxes?
I had to get bigger.
I don't have enough part. I don't have enough of any one part to go any bigger than a shoebox, other than some of the new stuff.
This is just like, I haven't actually sorted these yet, but this is just 2x plates. This is filing boxes I'm at now.
Yeah.
I've got 20 of these in the closet. So this is one category. So this is about full. So this is going to go to the sorter to do the second sort soon. But yep, it's like one of your cups is one of these boxes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, right now I've got, this is the this is the second cup of plates, and we're anything 4x4 and under, we're putting in the cups. Anything 4x4 and over, we're just throwing in a pile because they're so big and they eat up so much room.
Yeah.
There's no point in trying to put them in cups. We've already got 2 or 3 of these cups full of plates, and these are 1x's and 2x's, 3x's and 4x4. Anything over a 4x4 goes somewhere else. So just taking these and sorting them out is going to take a while,
Yeah. Dennis says, how do you upload it? Because it's way easier to upload by part, not color. Tell us your secret.
I can't tell you my secret. I paid a lot of money to get a special program for my phone, and I can put stuff in by part or color. It makes no difference. I can go to a 1x1 plate and then change the color and add more plates in every color. But I paid a lot of money for the app.
That's pretty much what you can do with Brickstore now. You pull up your like a 3003 and you have black, click how many you have, click blue, click how many you have,
Yeah,
and keep adding, and it just creates a file.
But this is all on my phone. This is like a legit phone app.
Yeah.
Or it works on the tablets too, but it's basically for a phone.
Yep.
But
now if you could make it so you could use the camera to scan the number under the brick, if they made the number bigger.
I actually got that. The guy that did the app for us, I actually talked to him about it, and he said that if I wanted to, he'd tie in part numbers to it. But then you still got to count the stupid part. That's the time-consuming thing, is to count them, regardless of. What I want is a barcode scanner that will scan a cheat sheet of the part. So say you've got a page, like an 8.5 by 11 page, and it's got a bunch of barcodes with like a 1x1 plate, 1x2 plate, 1x3 plate, so on. So you can scan each one of the barcodes, and that automatically pulls up the part number, turns the scale onto that particular part's weight, so you can just throw the parts on the scale and then have the number from the scale go into the app. So use one barcode, dump the parts on the scale, and you're done. You move to the next part.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'll be cool. The problem we have run into is it's almost impossible to do, because unfortunately every single part in every different color weighs a different amount. If you've got 100 1x2 reddish brown bricks, they weigh more than 100 1x2 light blue gray bricks. So not only do you have to have the correct weight per part, you have to have the correct weight per part for every single color, because they are all different. We've done a bunch of tests, and my scales, like super precision, it goes down to 3 decimals in grams. So I can be wicked accurate on part weights, and you can't weigh 100 1x1 bricks in one color and 100 one by one bricks in another color without changing the part weight, because it will be wrong. You'll have 100 of one and 102 of the other. So the actual cataloging problem gets harder and harder the easier you want to make it, because there's just too many variables. If you try to do it to that level, I think there's about 85,000 parts out there that you would have to have a weight for every single one.
Yeah, that's why what I do is, if say I have to count out like 100, I don't know, 1x2 plates or something, and then my inventory says I have like 53 left. Well, would I want to recount the 100 to make sure it's accurate, or do I just recount the 53? And if I have 53 left, well, I must have counted out the 100 the first time accurately. But now if I count out the 53, there's only 52, then I'm like, all right, what's the deal? So then I have to recount the 100 because I've used the scale, and I thought like the more that I put on there, the more accurate it would be, and it turned out the farther it was off. So I just stopped using it. I was like, I can count out 100 parts pretty fast. Like, now if it's like they buy the whole lot and there's 1,200, yeah, I'm just gonna pour the lot and hope there's 1,200.
We use the scale all the time, but the problem is you actually have to change the weight even if you're weighing the same part in a different color. So every time you put a different color, you got to re-zero it and reset it, which kind of sucks, because I expected it to be quite a bit simpler than it actually has to be, and it kind of threw a little bit of a monkey wrench in it, because it slows things down quite a bit. Because sometimes we get orders where there's 100, 200, 500 parts all in the same order. So we're sitting there using the scale to weigh 5, 10 different parts at a time. But they're the same part in a different color, and you still got to reset the damn thing every time. It's kind of annoying, really.
Buy Blue Mountain bricks. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more accurate than just double counting it yourself. I've started double counting every order because I found quite a few orders I counted wrong the first time. So I started double checking every order because I don't even trust myself counting. Even if I literally counted out just a few, I'll still double check.
We kind of do the same thing lately. The last couple of weeks, Alex and Jessica have been, and Evelyn sometimes, but Alex and Jessica are pulling a lot of the parts, and then Evelyn and I are packing them. They count them when they pull them, and we recount them when we pack them. So you got two different people doing it.
Yeah. And
we catch quite a few little mistakes here and there. Sometimes you're over one or under one, or missing a part in a lot, in an order, missing a lot or something that's in the wrong lot. But
you figure if you have to send it out, like that's going to cost you at least $3, $4. And it's like,
oh yeah, every time you screw up, it's $3. Yeah.
And I'm not about to just give someone a refund for 5 cents. It's like, well, that's stupid. They probably actually needed the part. Now I have to go buy the part somewhere else. So I don't give them like the refund and then pay them like, I know just a brick in the bucket. They're giving people like $8. I'm like, whoa, now you're giving them a refund and free shipping on their next order. I was like, no, that's being too generous. Like,
that's a little much.
Brick if you got it.
Yeah, that's not going to be a profitable business plan over time.
Yeah.
Unless you stop making mistakes altogether, then maybe. But
yeah.
Somebody I forgot who it was. One of the old school Bricklink people said something on one of their YouTube videos a long time ago when I was watching the videos before we started our store.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who it was. Well, it might have been Clutch. Somebody said something, and he said if you're not making mistakes packing your orders, you haven't had a Bricklink store long enough. It's bound to happen. It's just too. I mean, you're talking millions of parts. How can you not make a mistake in counting? It's hard.
The nice thing with used, if you're short one, you can just go look at your inventory that you haven't put out yet and get the part.
Chances are you got another one somewhere.
Yeah.
We do that because sometimes when we're packing stuff and we're missing one, it's great because we know that out in the other room there's like boxes full of gray and boxes full of black. We can just go find whatever part we need. They're all out there.
Yeah, I seen someone had this poly bag. It was like a flag, and I was like, "Oh, that looks cool. I bet I got parts to build that." So I like pieced together 3 of them, and I was like, "Oh, well, I should put them for sale because there's only a couple people that have them now." So, all right, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks everyone for watching and hanging out with us for the last 2 hours. Sorry you didn't win. Come back next week. I always got to have some reason for you to come back, right? I know you're here to see my pretty face and my mom on thumbnail, but come on. You're just here for prizes. So make sure to like and subscribe. I think I've only gained 1 subscriber this week or this month.
After you stop paying for them, they stop coming, huh?
Yeah. So, hope you all had a wonderful evening, and I hope you all have a safe after Valentine's Day and don't freeze in the cold, I guess.
Hopefully by next week I'll have at least this 35 pounds done. I don't know.
Yep. I'll still be working on it. All right. See you, everybody.
See ya.